Now, I guess the biggest question is, where are you going? What are you doing out there? Come inside, let's make a coffee and have a chat. It's been a while. So instead of just confusing you, just posting some up-to-date stuff where I'm at and what I'm doing, I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of let you know why I've been AWOL over the last 4 or 5 weeks. So let's make a coffee, let's have a chat, and let's get this show on the road. Also, how sick was this birthday present? Is this not the coolest Yeti mug you've ever seen? Grizzly, armadillo, campfire, elk, rattlesnake, bison, trout. That's Dad holding a normal sized pike. Out in. I think this might be the best thing I've ever bought for the van. A Bialetti milk frother and a Bialetti espresso maker. These two combined make some seriously good coffee with very minimal effort. I know a lot of people have got these coffee makers, but not a lot of people have the milk frother, which just allows you to have latte, cappuccino, if you're feeling fancy, you know what I mean? I'm also one of those people that, like, do you know when you get one thing, you have to get it all? So not only did I get a Bialetti milk frother and a Bialetti espresso maker, I also got the coffee storage as well. But we are running out of coffee, so that's not good. As you can probably tell by my 8 AM attire, I am not currently in the UK. However, my aim with this video is to let you know why I was absent, why the YouTube videos stopped, a little life update with some stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and then also to finally tell you where I'm going. So while this coffee's on boil, let's go outside, let's get a chair out, let's have a seat. Oh, good morning. So I feel like this video is probably not actually needed. However, what I didn't want to do is just start posting content from 6 weeks ahead and it kind of makes no sense as to where it's at. One of the main reasons I stopped posting on YouTube was because the van or the truck got delayed. Essentially, me and Dad ran out of time where we could both make a good start on the electrics and give us the opportunity to be able to completely update the system to get us ready to go on the road trip that I am now currently on. One of my good friends, Dan, he owns a camper van conversion company. I booked in with him, but it was like a 3-week wait. In the meantime, I felt like I was just literally going out just to create a YouTube video, and it didn't really seem genuine or authentic, and that's not why I started this channel. I started this channel just to make videos of where I'm at, what I'm doing and what I'm up to. And it felt a bit forced and a bit pressured when I was actively going out just to shoot a YouTube video. Whilst we're waiting for Dan, I went to the French Alps for a couple of weeks, 10, 12 days, climbing, swimming, paddleboarding, mostly testing the truck and kind of seeing, is there any storage issues? Is there any longer term issues? And the only actual issues is the heat. This thing retains heat so well because it's so well insulated. So that is a challenge that we're gonna have to overcome this summer as we go down to where we're going. In the time that I've been away, it was my 33rd birthday, which is a strange milestone because I still feel 25. So to hit 33 is a little bit weird. However, the relief that I'm now finally back on the road means that I can enjoy this 33rd year. Coincidentally, my birthday was the day before I left, so I managed to meet some friends, have some pizza, spend some time with family before I leave for what is going to be potentially 100 days on the road. After getting back from the French Alps, a very, very long drive. However, the van and the truck, or the truck and the cabin performed beautifully. There was no issues, no problems. Well, actually there was one problem. The locking mechanism in the back door broke. However, a very kind gentleman in an overlanding shop in somewhere in France kindly gave us an hour of his time and he helped fix it. So that was amazing. When I got back to the UK, Dan spent 4 days fully converting the truck for its electrics. So we now have 400 watts of solar. We now have a massive DC to DC charger. Those two things basically mean that we get power from the sun and we also get power from the engine when the engine is running. That then basically means that I can be fully off grid and I don't need a campsite to have electrical hookup. All of my appliances, my air fryer, my lights, my charging stations, etc., all work from the power bank and from the sources of the sun and also the engine. So far, the electrical system has performed really, really good. The air fryer has been on every single evening and it works really well. And I'm very pleased with what we managed to install. The Renogy stuff that we got given is unbelievable and I'm very, very grateful for that. So that kind of brings us up to speed. I left the UK on the 6th of August. It is now the 10th of August, so I'm a few days into this road trip. However, I wanted to bookend the end of the UK, or the end of me being in the UK, with some sort of preface as to what was to come. You might also notice there's an addition to the truck. In my time between the electrics being finished and me leaving for Europe, I drove quickly to Scotland. I managed to pick up a bike that I've been looking for a very, very long time. It's a Surly Bridge Club and I'm super, super happy with it. And you might also notice that it's on a bike rack, of which the next video will be about acquiring said bike rack, because we saw a very special guest and someone that is one of the best people I think I've ever met in my entire life. His kindness, his generosity, his skill set, everything about that man is what I aspire to be one day. So that kind of brings us up to date. That kind of brings us up to speed. Now, I guess the biggest question is, where are you going? This road trip will be the biggest I've ever done, and I've done many trips to the Arctic Circle and back. We are driving this truck and this cabin all the way to Greece. Let's fucking go to Greece. It seems mad that in 8 weeks we'll probably be in Greece, which is just insane. So the route is going to be, I'm currently in Germany. I'm going to stay in Germany for the next week, and then I've got some mountaineering objectives in Switzerland. I'll then go across into Austria, some more climbing, some more mountains. Then I'm going to go into Slovenia, and then I'm going to head down the Balkans, so into Serbia, Bosnia, Albania, Macedonia, Montenegro, and then into Greece. So Greece is the furthest place that we will get to on this trip. Then I will get the ferry back from Greece to Italy, and I will drive through Italy in the autumn, probably end of October, November, to get back to the UK because I'm needed in Asia in December. What's really exciting about this trip is that it is a very small trip in comparison to what this truck is doing next year. So the upgrades, the lessons, the learnings, everything that we'll do on this trip is just a stepping stone for what is next after this trip. So I'm super excited for this trip. I'm super excited to tick off some big 4,000 meter peaks, some amazing via ferratas, some incredible lakes, check out the Albanian Riviera, and some of the most incredible wild camping spots that you could ever see. And this road trip is one of the main reasons I bought the truck, is because I needed something that was rugged, off-road, 4x4, all of those things in order to do what I've planned to do. So, shall we drive to Greece?